Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 61 on the Appalachian Trail. We are a little over a mile in already. Last night had no service. Set up camp. I had one big hill to climb, which I'm doing this morning. I knew my feet were so soaked. I had to get my shoes and socks off. I didn't want to give myself any really bad blisters. Got a nice little creek and water right here. So it rained last night again. So of course my tent, everything, my tent's waterproof and I don't get wet necessarily when I'm inside it. The problem is when you go to pack it up in the morning, it's still wet. So it's the whole inside, everything's soaked. Kind of over that nonsense, but what can you do? This is part of it. So, not in the best of moods this morning just because I'm aggravated. But anyway, it is what it is. The sun's acting like it wants to come out. I hope it does. Then I can maybe find somewhere to pull my tent out and try to dry it some. So that way, because like last night, it was still wet when I set it up. I opened up both flaps, tried to air it out, but of course I was down so low there was zero wind. So that didn't work. So anyway, it's just all part of it. We're going to make this climb, pushing towards Bland. There actually is an option up ahead to do some road walking. This is basically what you're walking in all day. Nothing wrong with it. It's, beautiful forest. But the road walk, you get to see a lot of the farms, the rolling hills. So I'm tempted to do that today. It'll take me right into Bland. And then, not that I'm not staying in Bland. There is a hotel there, but I've heard it's really expensive. So I'm trying to push to get to Woods Hole Hostel. Still got a ways to go. Probably another 2 days at least. Maybe not. We'll see. Depends how much I get today. But anyway, that is the game plan. Probably do some road walking here in a little bit. I got about 5 miles till I get to that point where I can do the road walking. It'll be a big day if I do it, but the road walking is a little bit easier sometimes on you versus all the up and downs. Plus there's some rivers up ahead that the bridge washed away, so you have to be really careful trying to ford it. The problem is with all the rain we've gotten lately, I know the river's high. I was looking on the app. They put an update on there that they're talking about an alternate route anyway. So we'll see. But that's the game plan today, and I will check in with you all later. All right, have a good one. Trail from all the rain. So I'm trying to walk on this shit. Trying to keep my socks dry today if I can. Because yesterday was an absolute miserable day hiking. And wet shoes and socks. And the fact that I only have one dry pair of socks left. Some other ones did not dry all the way last night. We are definitely being cautious. Because otherwise I'd have to hike in my Crocs, and that's not going to go over well with blisters. So, yeah. Always a fun and challenging day out here, guys. Makes you want to come right on out, doesn't it? Alright. I'll catch up with y'all in a bit. Out of the mountain and back onto some rolling meadows. That's not the road on my walk. I still got to go over that hill up ahead, and then that's why I'll make a determination. There's a parking area for hikers, well, people who are going to backpack, and they have a pavilion. You can charge stuff. I'm gonna try to pull my tent out, dry it some, have a little lunch. I'm gonna try to make it there by noon. And they have charging ports too, so I can charge up my battery bank. Just a little extra never hurt. And we're gonna see about how long it would take me. The road takes you straight into Bland. So I want to say it's about an 18-mile walk, which is a good amount. So we'll see. All right, guys, I'll catch up with you. Pretty out. The sun keeps coming in and out. Hope the rain stays away. So yeah, we've been walking in this field. Gotta go up there by those trees. Alright, guys. I've been walking this cow field this whole time. Seen lots of fresh poo. I'm like, there ain't no damn cows in here. There they are. They all chilling over there. Must be the gathering spot. Man, there's some beautiful views. Nice little cabin up there. There's no way up there. That's it. Just came down that muddy path. Had to climb over this they put here for the barbed wire fence because this is a trail. That's pretty nice. Runs right along this little river. So still very muddy, but looks a little gravelly. Maybe it won't be as bad. Anyway, guys. All right, I'll see you in a bit. A nice little farmhouse, and then the river across this little bridge. They say not to drink out of the river just because of the proximity to the farms, unless you really need water. It's just a little murky. I ain't gonna lie, I'd go swimming in if it was hot. Looks kind of refreshing. So, and here goes the trail again. So, it looks like somebody had left some trail magic, but it's all gone. Instead, everybody just leaves their trash instead of, bringing it out with them. Freaking ridiculous. They wonder why people don't want to leave stuff. All right, guys. You see, the entire trail is still a muddy mess. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You can't even walk on it. You just keep sliding. Everybody keeps trying to walk over here. As you can see, that just goes up. Talk about slowing you down. Like, this is just aggravating as you know what right now. All right. Guys, came off trail over there. There's this little pavilion picnic area with some pretty sketchy bathrooms. The trail goes back over that way. And this little pavilion, this is how we dry our tent when it's soaked. So yeah, luckily the wind's helping us out, get it mostly dry. My bag that I keep my tent in ripped this morning. So I'm having to use the bag for my quilt, so I'm gonna have to pick one up at the next outfitter. It's probably gonna be in Parisburg. I don't think there's really one before then that I'd find a bag. So there's a hostel right over there, so I might go over there and have a snack or a soda. That's the road right there. I said that I could road walk. it'll shave some miles off, but it wouldn't put me into town until tonight, unless I cut a hitch. But haven't seen many cars, so I heard it's a nice walk, so we'll see. So yeah, I gotta try Saturday. Mom booked me a hostel. It's a little ways away though, so I gotta really put in some miles. So I think the road walk might be necessary. Plus, the trail has been just horrendous. I mean, I cleaned my shoes off, but they're still so muddy. So, yeah, kind of over that muddiness on the trail. But hopefully we'll get this dried out and we'll get on that road walk, get some miles in, maybe make it to Bland. That's the plan. So, all right, guys, see you in a bit. These guys looking at me crazy. I asked them if they'd give me a ride into town. They seem kind of interested. I don't know how you get back. Beautiful though. All right, back to our road walk. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the end of day 61 on the Appalachian Trail. Today, the trail was a completely muddy mess. Had us going through cow fields, dodging cow pies, and just slick mud uphill. And you'll see in the video, there was one part that was literally a creek running through the trail, down the trail. Had fresh, clean socks on. They're no longer clean. I took a picture and posted it. Looking like true hiker trash with all the mud on me. But got some good miles in still, and got a really good push. Got outside of, I think it was Bland, Virginia. I am camped at a little spot down by a creek. There's another couple here. Nice little area. Got phone service, so I'm gonna work on some videos, which is cool. Was able to talk to my mom and dad. Now just kind of hanging out in my tent. Already had dinner, set everything up. It's, getting close to that hiker midnight. So yeah, I'm just hanging out. They said we were gonna get some rain between 7 and 9, so I'm really hoping we don't, because I had to stop at one point today, found a little spot. I was able to charge some things. It was like a pavilion, and set up my tent, hung it from the rafters to help dry it, because there was a nice little breeze coming through. So, you find ways. Just like I picked up a Sprite at the store. It was a cherry lime Sprite, and to get it cold, I just threw it in the creek and let the creek do all the work. Nature's refrigerator. So yeah, doing pretty good. Tomorrow I think tomorrow I'm gonna hit 600 miles on the AT, which is crazy because, it's a little over a week ago. I posted it late. I didn't post it when it happened because I didn't have service, but to be just over a week ago, we hit 500 miles. So the road walk I did today, it did shave off, I think like 7 miles off the trail. It was a beautiful walk though. Lots of horses, just beautiful farmland, rolling meadows. It was nice. So a little bit of a change, got out of the mud for a minute. But yeah, so making a big push to Woods Hole Hostel. Tomorrow I'm going to try to push to stay outside of Dismal Falls. It is a Nice little, it's actually a big waterfall. You could actually swim. There's a swimming hole in it. It's a little too cold, I think, to swim. Not the weather, but the water is. It depends. If the sun comes out tomorrow and it's warm, you know, when I get there in time, might dip in there, at least do my feet, maybe my legs. But yeah, so that's the plan. That's about 18 miles away though, but terrain, I got a big climb in the morning, not a big climb, but a decent climb in the morning, and then just some little smaller climbs, but looks pretty good. So hopefully you can push to get there. Hopefully it's not raining in the morning like it was this morning when I got up, so that'll be nice. But yeah, so we're going to push for that. Hopefully Saturday. My mom, I think, already reserved me a spot at Woods Hole Hostel. It's an old cabin, big cabin. Looks really nice. A lot of people stay there. It's on 100 acres. Really nice little area. They even do yoga at 4 o'clock. I don't know that I'm gonna do yoga, but who knows? We'll see. Apparently they have really good dinner and breakfast there. They serve all homemade, farm to table type stuff. So hopefully it'll be good. And then we're getting close to Pearisburg. We'll be right after that. I am going to have to go into Pearisburg. Ripped my bag that I keep my tent in. The bag ripped today, so I had to throw it away. I'm using my quilt bag now for my tent and just stuff my quilt at the bottom of my bag. So I need to get a new stuff sack or something. And the only outfitter that's going to have it is in Pearisburg, or they have a Walmart. So either way, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. It was a pretty good day. The rain held off after it stopped this morning, so that was nice. Didn't really get any sun, but at least it wasn't raining. So hoping the trail is going to be nicer tomorrow. Maybe some of that water will soak up because it's been terrible. But, you know, it's all part of the experience. So, all right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. Happy Friday Eve. And I will see you all in the morning.